shouldn't have done that. He took that moment from her and from me, and it turned into what it turned into. So instead of like her getting like the accolades that she could have been getting for her business, now it looks like something different. And so I think that was wrong on his end. Anthony's giving Mary very much sassy. Anthony is one of the girls. Y'all is crazy. Latoya's character is whack, and you and Brandon need your own spin-off. Great job with my people, Duran, Kobe Capital. Oh, you already read that one. If y'all get a season 2, I hope they bring on Bravo and his wife. They were entertaining. You never. They might get in. Y'all can be in these different rooms. Because Brandon, I like to keep my filter on because sis don't be having no eyelashes, and you know, it makes me more brown too. He doesn't like to get on with my filter, so we just get on separate cameras. Of course. And, yeah, he's in the other room. I'm back here. We sit next to each other. It jacks up the. Is that slime on the ceiling?
No.
What? Why is slime on the ceiling?
That was Daddy.
Y'all are nuts. Brandon, you give too much credit and grace. Anthony is not all of that. Do you think Latoya's relationship is conditional on you being cool with Kobe? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe. I'll keep my opinion to myself, but possibly.
Season 1 was definitely a vibe. Thank you, Brandon, for making the show a show, honestly. Appreciate that. Love Jones, 32. Appreciate that.
Kristina, girl, you straight up handled Latoya. Yes, ma'am. You know, I wanted to get down to the nitty gritty. Like, what's up, sis? Say what you feel. What you feel, sis. Like, what's going on? Spit it out. What I did to you. And you still can't say nothing. It's always been what I did to. She's always mad at me for what I supposedly did to someone else or what she supposedly heard about me. I heard a lot of things. First, she heard a lot of things about them. Me and Brandon talking about Brandon and I are not trustworthy, blah, blah, blah. And then Anthony is like, I ain't never heard that. What you talking about? Not about Brandon. Never heard that. And so then she cleans it up. Well, let me not say that. Just Kristina. People's stories be flip-flopping way too much for me. Hi, Toot. You feeling better? Okay. Did you eat your sandwich?
I wasn't ready to eat it yet.
This girl is not eating.
She didn't eat this morning either.
I know.
Brandon, you're not supposed to argue. I must be real late on these comments.
Anthony is not one of the girls. Leave us out of it.
The publicist wants to be on the show. I mean, I invited her on to come with me. She didn't ask me. So that's why when he asked me, do I think it's that she wants to just like make her way onto the show? I said no because I invited her on. So I don't know. You guys have beautiful kids. Thank you. Latoya tries to use her accolades to outsmart Kristina, but she can't. You're very direct and on point, very intelligent, and she can't handle you. Thank you, girl. Yeah. Anthony loves me and the gossip and the drama like a big old woman. Why you say a big old woman? You are funny, Daddy. The only couple I like, Latoya and her wife, gotta go. Okay, I gotta finish.
Anthony is probably hating because you all are bringing people to the show. Sometimes people hate the fact that it's you that has the influence.
Hey.
Maybe.
I mean, come on, dog. Come on, y'all. Chill. I mean, like, in real life, I feel like us and the Harrises are very influential in this area. Like, in different sectors. Like, in the corporate, nonprofit sector, Russell, very influential. In less than a year, Colby, what she's done with influencing, she's done a good job. Kristina, super influential amongst her demographic all over this country, and of course in Detroit. And then me in the music, very influential. Now, a lot of people know Anthony, but I promise you, everybody will come up to me and be like, hey, what does Anthony do? That's just the theme around Detroit. That is not a storyline that we made up. That's just what people be asking about Anthony. So, they have it seems like they got a nice life, but I do feel like, he be chasing that clout. You know what I'm saying? And I just think he just did a bad job. Or maybe he did a good job, because half of these comments be about Anthony. So I don't know. Maybe he did a good job. All right, let me try.
The thing nobody likes from the thing is nobody likes the day one. The comments said it all. Did he go to Atlanta for Labor Day weekend? Anthony, get out of here. Best couple on the show. Love you guys. Love you too, Lauren. Thank you. Why didn't anyone correct Leroy's when she said doing the reality show was worse than medical school? She is not MD.
I'm going to use a little bit of mine.
Look, I don't know.
I don't want to get more stuff up here.
Christina handled hers. She doesn't have to turn up. Thank you, Miss Foster. Season 1 was definitely a vibe. Thank you, Brandon, for making the show
You was way behind. I already read all them. Anthony,
I did. You did. I'm
Rocky
sorry.
Said, what's going on with Star Factory? We're about to do another boot camp, so I'm signing up about 30 new artists.
30?
Yeah,
but not in one class.
I mean, yeah, it could be different little cohorts or whatever, but doing a new boot camp. And then we're just pushing a bunch of artists from the last boot camp forward. We're building their fan bases, going after small wins. Y'all are too loud. All right, go play, y'all. Go play.
I'm gonna go in the playroom or somewhere. Disclaimer for y'all that weren't on here earlier when I got on. I have fractured my tailbone. I'm supposed to be at New York Fashion Week right now. Shout out to my girl Latrice, who is out there without me. I feel so bad. I know she's meeting great people, but I'm supposed to be in New York Fashion Week this weekend till Tuesday, and my tailbone is fractured. I fell and hit my tailbone on the treadmill. I didn't fall like while running on the treadmill, but I fell and hit my tailbone on the treadmill, and it's fractured, and it's gonna be apparently a 2-month healing process. So
just tell them sex injury.
Huh?
I ain't say nothing.
Sex
Latoya
injury?
is a bona fide. Latoya is a bona fide untruth teller. Untruth. Anthony and Brandon have been friends for 20 years, but threw him under the bus with the publicist. That's why we question the friendship on Anthony's part. No. Me and Anthony have been acquaintances for 20 years. So it was very easy for him to do that. I don't know why he was telling this thing like we just been that cool. We've been cool, you know what I'm saying? But like he probably came to Star Factory like one time back in the day, had a meeting, and I left that meeting very confused as to what he did. And then we would just see each other in passing, never hung out until maybe like a couple years ago. We did a for all of us, but that was it.
Well, he's saying now that he was only, I guess after he heard you tell your side of the truth about y'all long 20-year friendship, I guess he figured he start, adding his truth to it, and he started saying that he was only your friend to help you because you needed to meet big industry people through him, and so he was trying to get you put on. I can't believe he said that. I think that is so crazy. He was like, it was a help friendship. I was only trying to help him. We weren't really friends. And I was like, oh, after all this time. Even Latoya said tonight on the show, yes, with Anthony and Brandon being so close for 20 years, they had a really close friendship. I'm like, why do y'all keep saying that? No, they did not. The delusion.
Um, where is the Shut Up and Pray product link? That's what I'm saying. Where is it?
Tell Leilani to post the link. The product is on here. I just haven't posted a link. That's so retarded, right? I don't mean to use the word retarded. That's not nice to use. That's so special. Oh my God. The bills definitely not gonna pay themselves. You pay the bills.
Jay Mosa said Brandon done lost weight. I don't know. Maybe since the last time I seen you, but
you did lose weight.
I did, but then recently I'm tripping. To be really honest, I think they add Lyrique and Brandon so that they can collaborate, push the music. I think they need to add Lyrique and Brandon so that they can collaborate, push the music. Man, that's like Latoya and Kristina coming out with a liquor brand.
Now, when I saw Sean at the showcase, I wanted Brandon and Sean to squash whatever because I just feel like it's been so many years.
Tell them who Sean is to you, because a lot of people think that that's your ex.
But I don't know why people would think that's my ex. That is the weirdest thing.
A lot of people think
but
that's your ex.
Whoever said that? That is not my ex. Me and Sean has never had.
Carlos wanted people to think that was your ex.
Well,
he definitely did.
Okay, well then let me tell y'all. Sean is not my ex. We have never had any type of romantic interaction, entanglement, nothing. Like that has never happened in the history of anything. Him and I being anything more than friends and working in the studio together. I worked with a producer and it was a trio. I was the artist. I had a producer and I had a songwriter. Sean was my songwriter, and the producer, who's now locked up, he did the tracks and stuff. That was it. Now Sean did have a crush on me, but the producer guy was the one who always pursued me. Like it was known that he just was in love with me. So, Sean just, even though I never would have given anyone, either of them a chance because they were my boys. But Sean was, you know what I'm saying? He was never like, I don't know. He was just never in the equation that way. And I love Sean. I think he's cool. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for over 20 years. But ex-boyfriend? No. Sorry, y'all. That is not my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, people think that I'm disrespecting Brandon because they think that he's my ex-boyfriend. And I never said that was my ex-boyfriend. He even said in his own scene that me and Kristina ain't never had nothing. No, nothing like that. So it's just like, where did y'all get this from? So anyway, when I saw Sean, to me, I'm like, oh my God, like this is somebody that I started off as like being an artist with, with his thing. With the producer, I got the opportunity to have Sony Records want to sign me. So I'm like, this is a full circle moment for me. Like, wow, like this is who I started with. And then this is my husband who also does music. Maybe we can like do something, like work on one track for me or something. And, that would just feel good to me. Like, wow, like how I started and how I'm finishing. But since the show, they squashed it and I was happy. And they squashed it on the show and they shook hands and, it was cool. We were laughing and giggling. But then since then, Sean has been saying some really foul things about my husband. So I can't rock with him. I tried to squash it, although we heard things that he supposedly said. I tried to get it squashed, but coming from my husband, and I know now, like for sure, because now you're doing it publicly, I can't rock with that. So I can't do that. So That's where Sean and I stand at this point. Is I always gotta ride with my husband, and there will be no collaborating. So he wanted to do a song, but I can't do no song with nobody that is disrespecting my husband.
Give me a little oil.
Sean did a live and he was super disrespectful talking about Brandon. He's a problem. He doesn't respect Brandon. Anyone connected to Anthony, you should side eye. See, and I saw like somebody sent me clips from his live, and I was like, whoa, what did Brandon ever do to you? And they supposedly squashed this. So what is the problem? So
he mad because I told the world that he be coming for my clients and poaching the clients.
But y'all had that conversation on camera.
Yeah, we still disagree though. I mean, he said he didn't say it.
But even though y'all had that conversation on camera, so he know you said it. You said it to his face. And y'all shook it all. Y'all shook it out. And y'all said that we're going to have to agree to disagree. And y'all shook hands. And y'all said, let's move forward. And we're going to do a track with Kristina. So how did that live come about a whole year later where he's like dogging you?
No, that's what we still said we had to sit down. And we didn't say, yes, let's do it. We said we was going to sit down, which...
Either way, even if we didn't fully agree to do it, y'all shook it out. And y'all said, we're going to have to agree to disagree. So there's no reason for him to come a year later with this live being disrespectful, because nothing has transpired since that time. So that's what I didn't like.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Did y'all back hurt from carrying the show this season? Oh, maybe your back hurt.
Maybe that's why my tailbone is sprained, carrying this season on my back.
This user comment made by Latoya was made up. I can see for sure neither of you are users, right?
I think
I still didn't
people just be saying stuff. But wait till y'all see. Wait till season 2. Like there's a whole lineup of people that see. What they don't know is like these people that they talk to, they friends don't be their friends for real. They be spilling their tea. So I already know who they have lined up. They got people lined up to try to come for me for season 2. Like, bring it, baby. Cause bring it.
Oh, like he was trying to say something else.
Bring it, baby. I don't swear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just like I heard, like I know exactly who they have lined up.
You gotta keep your commentary under 2 minutes, because this is how we get backed up with these comments.
You know I be twerking a lot.
I still didn't learn what Anthony does for a living is giving Tommy from Martin. What does he do? Can y'all explain? He works for Live Nation. That's what he does. He does sell out shows and world tours, but he act like he put them on. No, like he just works for the company that does that. I don't know, like my boy told me he seen Anthony do security at one of the events. I'm sure maybe he was just filling in because the security got sick of COVID one of them times. But he does something in production with Live Nation. But yeah.
Can you have one of the girls bring me a coconut water out the refrigerator?
I'll bring it, baby.
He's a secretary. I was a
Y'all crazy in the comments. Latoya is posing as a Christian. Not Tommy from Martin. Why are you sleeping and yawning? That must be you. Latoya is happy that you and Kobe are at odds. Don't fall for her game. Get your friend back.
Like it was so weird. Like when Kobe and I kind of hugged it out, and like we had our little exchange and was crying, and Latoya was like, "He had this weird face," and I was like, "Ooh." But whatever. Lord, please tell us Anthony and Latoya won't be joining for season 2. People keep saying that. I don't know. Can you open it for me? What you trying to do? I'm on it.
What kind of phone is that?
It's my iPhone 14.
Basically, Anthony is Tommy. He ain't got no job, man.
I can open it. I'm sorry, that was Bailey.
She said people hate on generational wealth. However, that wasn't relevant. Kristina mentioned the degree because Latoya brought up that it didn't even make sense. And I'm just saying, like, if y'all have generational wealth, that's fine. Just admit that. Just say that. Because you ain't getting that from Live Nation. You know what I'm saying? Just be transparent on you know. It is what it is.
I don't
I'm
think
not.
I don't think mentioning that somebody has generational wealth is hating. Pierce you. But I don't think that that's embarrassing either. So I don't know.
No,
That was weird.
no, he's doing a bad job because he failed. Yeah. No clout for him. We way behind. I gotta catch up. It's not good comments though with his little zesty za. Oh, SS. Hi Cindy Pastor. Oh, that's your brother. If you're not getting booked from being on the show or getting opportunities after the show, then most likely something wasn't done correctly.
I agree.
Latoya's husband are jealous of your relationship with your Kobe and her husband. I mean, it was funny how they just cut to them during the hug. That was a little funny, but I don't know.
I feel like if we're on the men's with the Harrises and they don't really have anybody to kind of pull the strings with, you know what I'm saying? To pull the strings on. Because I feel like, I kind of do feel like Latoya kind of pulls Kobe's strings when it comes to me and Kobe. And so that kind of leaves them out. I feel like they would feel left out.
Anthony's so-called movement is a deflection for him behind being supported by his physical therapist wife. Man's movement was whack, walking with 5 people there. Now listen, if you Google man's movement, you ain't gonna see nothing that happened before that little walk, and you definitely haven't seen nothing after.
It wasn't no man's movement this year?
No.
I don't know. I don't. Do I follow Anthony? If I follow Anthony, I don't.
Hey, if it was a man's movement, then I missed the flyer just like all the hundreds of other people did last summer. Anthony had no reason to tell the publicist that besides trying to turn people against you. Exactly. Even if I was to say anything remotely like I don't rock with somebody, which is like if I don't rock with somebody, number one, that has nothing to do with if my wife hires them for some business. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't say that. And so even the fact that he did like he really was trying to pit us against her, and it worked. It literally worked. Like the hating actually manifested that Kristina did not close that deal with Brittany. That deal never went through. And then yeah, that relationship was pretty much severed or something like that.
Anthony and Kobe both bought followers. Who said that?
Oh, let's talk about that. Okay.
Wait, who is this? Miss Nara Diaz. Anthony and Kobe both bought followers. They are the only ones who are fake. What?
Stop saying what like you don't know.
I know that Anthony's followers grew
First
tremendously overnight.
Anthony went from 5,000 followers.
No, he did not even have that many followers. He had like 1,200 followers.
Okay, Anthony went from 1,200 followers to 181,000 followers overnight. And you want to know how I know? Rocco called me. I was like, hey, Anthony, did he go viral or something? I was like, I don't think so. And then, slowly but surely the mug started getting, dwindling down like fake followers do. And then I believe now he's somewhere around 160 something thousand. So that is really like, that's Anthony right there for you. Every time, so me and Anthony did a dual post, right? Because, when you do a collaboration post, y'all both get to see the likes. And so, this is why I've never done it since then. So in the beginning of the season, we did a dual post to promote the show. And then we was getting regular likes for about a good 5 minutes. And then out the blue, all of my notifications was wiped out. And it was just you just received 1,000 likes. I'm like, what? So you mean the likes is fake too?
So he buy followers and he bought followers and he buys likes per post.
And views. Yeah,
I don't think it gets any faker than that. Like, how can you call somebody fake after you buy followers and likes? Interesting. Kristina, you're such a beautiful woman. Love your spirit. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate that. Kobe was upset with her husband at the bowling alley and took it out on you, but no one sees that. You were passive, but her husband completely dismissed her. Ooh, I didn't think of it that way. But
yeah, because when we were filming, we didn't know what they was talking about when we was filming. We had no idea. Like we just seen them off in the corner, having a slightly animated convo. But yeah, we saw on the show what they was talking about finally. Kobe implied that was your ex on the episode.
And
yep,
it
she did.
not talking about, is that an ex or something? No, sis. Do it look like it was one of my exes?
Sean seems interested. What's that mean?
Who seems interested?
Sean.
Seems interested in me? What does he seem interested in? I think Anthony is a hater of both of y'all, and Latoya seems not to like Kristina, but acts as if she's cool. She needs a storyline. I don't believe Anthony really making money. That's his wife money. Anthony and Kobe both bought. Oh, that's right that way. I think Anthony never liked Kristina, and Latoya shares her husband's feelings based on what he told her. No, Anthony used to be cool. He used to be in my DMs all the time, not hitting on me, but sis, I love what you doing. You dope out here, sis. Sis this, sis that, sis, you dope, sis. Nonstop. And now it's just so I don't know. He always thought I was dope, according to him. So
what are they talking about?
Huh? What you mean?
Who are they talking
Anthony?
about? You talking about Anthony?
Yeah. Remember Anthony was always in my DMs, sis, you so dope, sis. I love what you doing, sis. You dope out here. You getting it. You doing big things, sis. Sis, it was always sis this, sis that, always. He always seemed very supportive of me.
Was he spelling sis, S-U-S?
Sis. No. Sis.
So does he do artist development? Lyric? He does vocal training, I guess. He does vocal training, but one of the clients that he tried to, he basically got one of my clients to leave Star Factory, and they actually just came back this week. But I don't even get into that. I don't care. It's enough money for everybody out here. I just think it's whack if you gotta try to come to somebody is their active client and be like, yo, I can do this, I can do that. But whatever you gotta do, bro.
But can I turn on the heat?
I think Lofty's was trying to get. He trying to get in the scene, or is he trying to get on the live? I'm way behind.
Oh, he didn't request to join. They probably didn't want to sit on that red couch. It was a red couch, weren't they? Oh, that red couch in the studio. He's talking about the red couch in Sean's studio. Did you even see that scene?
I think I missed that episode. I think I missed it.
Make sure you get a raise for next season. You're the only one who carried the show. Who, Brandon or me?
You.
You. They say the men. They say that the men carried the show.
I mean, I threw you the oops. I threw a
You
bunch of oops in the
threw
beginning.
me under the bus. You mean?
When
I don't know. That's what people always saying. Brandon love Kristina under the
they
bus.
said I threw you under the bus and in the reunion part 1 last week. I'm like, okay, look, because she keeps saying that this Kobe Cat thing came from me. First off,
Who did Kobe Cat came from then? I said
the
that.
words Kobe Cat came from me.
Yes, exactly.
But the I'm not the person who noticed the stuff going on.
I know. I
And
said that.
and no, you kept making it seem like it was
No.
me. You did.
I was saying
Yes,
that
you did.
I was saying that I did not say Kobe Cat. I said clearly I did not say Kobe Cat. I told her specifically on the show, in the skating ring and at the table in the park, that I said to you all the things that I noticed that were similar, and that you came back with calling her a Kobe Cat. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
So what is wrong with what I'm saying?
You still was making it seem like you
No, I did not.
had no parts in that.
Go
You
back
made
and
it
watch.
seem like you had no parts in that.
No,
Like
I didn't have
we
no
just
parts.
just putting the bed together in a penthouse, and I'm just like, hey, you ever notice how Kobe be copying you? No.
Brandon, this is what I'm saying. I told you the similarities and you made it a copy situation. Like Kobe Cat, she's copying you. Well, I'm just
So
so why can't